he knew the rhythm. So spiritually, he was connected to all types of percussion sounds in different cultures too. Mm-hmm. So I think my dad could have went to the middle of Africa and probably played a bata like it was nothing. And they'd be like, "Oh, this guy, he's from Africa," you know. Like he knew it spiritually and just genius-wise. That's a genius. You know, if you can go into any, any atmosphere like that, or any musical atmosphere, including rock or hip hop. My dad did the same thing. He did house music with Little Louis Vega and went right in and kicked it out and just wild stuff. He can adapt to any environment that you put him in.
And I think the environment adapted to him too.
Yeah.
Because no matter where he went, it was just he just became a part of everything. He just
became a part of it. Fit in perfectly. Like it didn't miss a beat. So that was the magic of Tito Puente. Yeah. That was the magic part. Celia también. Celia had that magic. She can get into the rap and the hip hop and everything.
She pulled you in. I mean, they both, your dad and when he would grab those two drumsticks.
Yeah.
The whole audience was lost to him. And
to me, they were like magic wands, and he had everybody.
Yeah, it was like in a trance.
Yeah, the trance. That's it. It was like Harry Potter. Bling.
And it wasn't complete unless he stuck out his tongue.
Yeah.
And he smiled.
That was his little quirkiness, his little style of Puente. Yeah, it was just magic. It was very, very magical to see him.
So tell me something. What do you do when you're not performing? I would love to be a fly in the wall.
Oh,
How do you come down from that high, from that adrenaline flow?
You're going to have to ask my cat. You're going to ask my kitty cat. Oh, wow. That's a scary one.
No, some people read. They go home and read.
Yeah.
Other people have a glass of wine or champagne.
I can tell you my hobbies.
Yeah.
I can tell you some of my hobbies, what I like
Please
to do.
do. I'd love to hear that.
Spending time with my kids is probably the main one that I love to do, because I'm a kid myself. Mm-hmm. So, if I go to the arcade, I'm playing and they're playing with me, and I'm like, we're just playing together, or Chuck E. Cheese or something like that, or the playground. I'm actually sliding down the slide, and they're like, hey, wait up, So I'm a kid myself, so I love spending time with my children. But as far as like hobbies and what I like to watch and listen to and things like that, I love wrestling. A lot of people don't really care for it too much, but me, I'm a WWE part of the WWE universe. I love wrestling. I think everybody who knows me knows that I love wrestling. And you just look at my Facebook page and you can see all my hobbies, and wrestling's like the main one. I just love wrestling. I love the Hulk Hogan thing. I love the Rock and all the whole WWE universe. It's just amazing. I've always been a fan. Saturday mornings, I used to watch them all the time. I love Vince. I love TNA. I love anything that has to do with wrestling. Yeah. And it's just like adrenaline rush for me. Yeah. They're entertainers. They are fully entertainers, and they are physical entertainers. And I truly respect them, and they know that I respect them because I know quite a few of the wrestlers that are out there on television. And they all got love for me, and I love them all. And I do that a lot. So you'll find me home on Monday nights watching wrestling, and on Thursdays and on Fridays. And I do that, and I love football. I watch the NFL every Sunday. And I'll go to, the local Flanagans with some buddies, and we'll watch the football teams, cheer them on. And the beach, La Playa, that's why I moved to Florida. Mm-hmm. So I go to La Playa a lot, do the jet ski thing, and I love being in the water, the ocean. Oof. The ocean to me feels great. I am not an expert. No, I'm not an expert. I just do it for fun. Mm-hmm. But I love, my swimming pool and all that stuff, and play with the kids in the pool. So I like water. So I do a lot of that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, most of the time I'm usually on the road, busy, working. When I get up in the morning, I'm usually, it's usually not early morning, but when the kids get me up, I'm usually being dear old dad, taking them to school, doing my thing. And then after that, I'm right on the phone and right at the studio recording, getting right into promoting, plugging the record, coming up with new creative ideas. My father always taught me, keep yourself around creative people, and the devil will never attack your mind. And I love that. I love that saying because I'm always around creative people, and that's what keeps me going every single day, especially with my band, my orchestra. Mm-hmm. These guys are so creative, and being around them, I've been with them for 10 years. They're just great guys.
And how many in the orchestra?
I have 13 members of my team, and they're great. They're great. And then to me, they're not employees. They're my friends, my brothers, and I love just being around them. And we just think of new stuff every single day. hey, we could write this and work with that person, and a lot of it's traveling. The downtime. What am I listening to on my iPod? 50 Cent, Jay-Z. I listen to hip hop, and I listen to a lot of Eddie Palmieri. Yeah. I listen to a lot of Latin jazz stuff. I got the Bobby Sanabria CD. I have such an array and different stuff. Old classic stuff, Jimi Hendrix. I love it all. And so when I'm in the airport, I'm usually doing that, or I'm watching the latest movie. I think I just saw the Michael Jackson movie the other day, which was very, very nice to see. I appreciate it a lot more. I appreciate it a lot more because I'm looking at something that's almost like a reflection of my father's life, in which my dad, to a lot of people, was like Michael Jackson was the king of pop. Tito Puente was the king of Latin music. Yeah. So you're looking at two icons, but it was a very, very interesting movie. I think he would be sorely missed. He was a talent, and I don't care what anybody says about him. He was the king of pop, and he was absolutely magical to watch. Yeah,
he was magic.
Yeah,
and I personally, I don't believe too much of. I don't place a lot of significance on what the press says about a person. No, I look at those children that he left behind,
absolutely,
and I saw those tears, and I saw how much they yearn to be with their dad even now, and that speaks.
Well, he earned his place in. Where he earned his place in the pop music history. Absolutely. So no one has anything to say about it now.
Right.
No one can say anything about it now. Only God can judge him, which he's taken him to another spiritual place. And Michael was just fascinating. I think my dad met Michael Jackson. Not too sure, but that must have been quite the thing, right? Seeing two pop icons like that. Well, you're the king, I'm the king, you're the king, I'm the king. Maybe in your world, or something like that. But I'm sure they're together now, and they're probably celebrating. Wow, amazing.
Heaven is exploding right
now. Yeah, well, every great musician has passed on, but every great musician, and we miss them. I think there's a big void missing in Latin music, especially without the likes of Celia Cruz and Tito Puente. There's a very big void.
I agree.
I think a lot of people felt just empty.
It's surreal.
There's no icon. There's no wow, this is it. This is the person that's going to take Latin music to this level. Although I have ultimate and due respect to Mark Anthony. He's just an amazing singer.
Yes,
he is really putting the Puerto Rican and just the salsa music on the map. Mm-hmm. And I got to give him love and respect for that.
Wow. Do you know him personally?
Yes, I do. Yeah, he's a great guy, and he loves our family, and he's a wonderful guy.
Also, sort of feed off of each other.
Him and Jennifer, his wife, Jennifer Lopez, they're just great people. Yeah. I hosted the Puerto Rican parade last year, which was great, and I had them there.
I saw you there.
And they were there with me, and they're so nice. It's nice to see homegrown, Bronx, Harlem talent. It's nice to see that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It really is.
Really.
I really love those reminders. I always encourage people to stay in touch with their roots.
Absolutely.
Never let go of their music. Never, okay, it's good to listen to everything else. That's fine, but try to hang on to, to what belongs to them.
Yes.
What rightfully belongs to them.
Oh, absolutely.
So, have you ever been invited to sing at the White House? And if they did invite you, would you like to sing there? Would you go?
Okay, here's my plea. President Barack Obama. I would love to be invited to the White House. Although I did see, which is a good thing, I saw the Presidential Latino Hispanic Heritage. It wasn't an award show, but they had Gloria Estefan and Mark Anthony on it, which was very, very nice. And they did a nice tribute to my late father, Tito Puente. But if I can just be humbled by performing a little quartet in the corner, I would be more than honored to perform at the White House.
Oh, that would be history.
And I think one day I'll get over there.
I think you will.
Even if I'm a tourist, I can say, "Hey, I was there."
I think you're gonna sing there. I don't know. I have this strong hunch you're gonna sing there. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
I know a gentleman by the name of Adolfo Carrion Jr. and I grew up with him in church. His father was superintendent of the Eastern Spanish District Assemblies of God, and I used to go sing at his church when I was just 13 years old. And Carrion Jr. and I grew up in those circles, and we used to see each other at youth rallies. We used to talk. We had a very nice relationship growing up. And he happens to be the White House director of urban affairs now.
Oh, how nice.
We're going to have to start sending him some letters, and maybe he can sort of irk Washington to
I've done quite a few things that President Bill Clinton did come to, and George Bush.